In this video, I'll reveal Sabri Suby's $3 million a month YouTube funnel, including how he creates his YouTube content, his different offers, his qualification process, and his pre-call sequence that ensures that every prospect shows up to the call on time and ready to buy. And you can get this board by going to the description of this video. Now you can skip ahead with the timestamps, but if you don't know who Sabri Suby is, he is the founder of Kong, one of Australia's fastest growing digital marketing agencies. So let's start by analyzing his YouTube channel. So first, let's look at his thumbnails and titles. So Sabri Suby makes a great job at creating curiosity with his thumbnails. If you look at this example right here, this is just a simple thumbnail of him on the right and text on the left. What makes this very compelling is the text "getting rich is too easy." So what this does is create some kind of cognitive dissonance with the viewer that they want to click on to know what he means. Also, you've probably bought food at McDonald's, and if you look at this hamburger and this text, $41 billion mind trick, you want to know the trick they've used to make you buy their stuff. Same here. Never write your ads. When you read this, you might be thinking, well, I write my ads, so what do you mean? And that makes you want to click on the video to find out. They also show a clear transformation. So if you look at this number, this is the promise of the video. It's giving you a hint of what the video is going to be about, which is making more money with meta ads. Also, if you look at this one, you know that the video is going to be about something related to McDonald's or hamburgers and how they sell their product. Now, what about his titles? Well, they have very big claims. If you look at this title right here, how to build $1 billion sales funnels in 22 minutes. So that's a very big claim. First, $1 billion, and second, 22 minutes. Also, if you look at this one, how to make viral ads that print millions, we have two big keywords here, viral and millions. So the bigger claims you can make, as long as you deliver on the video, the better. Besides that, his titles attract high ticket viewers. Why? Because what kind of businesses are already looking to make viral ads? Of course, businesses that are already making ads, and businesses that are making ads are mostly businesses above $20,000 to $30,000 a month who can afford to lose money and test. Now, there are also some very broad videos like how to influence anyone using simpler words. This is going to attract a broad audience who is maybe not interested in his offers, but this is very top of funnel content that then drives traffic towards his more niche content. Same with this one, which is a more personal video. Once the viewer clicks on the video, which the thumbnails and titles are responsible for, the viewer needs to watch past the introduction. So as you may know, Sabri Suby is a copywriter genius. So how he starts his videos is first building a pain or a problem. Why? Well, because without pain or a problem, you can't sell a solution. And the solution is the video. So when he spends around 15 to 30 seconds building the pain and the problem, he then makes the promise and positions the video as the solution, so that you want to watch the whole video to learn how to solve the problem that he established. After that, he makes the plan. So let's say he makes a video about 5 steps to achieve something. In the introduction, he says, I'm going to show you the 5 things that are going to parenthesis goal. After that, he makes sure to establish proof and to show why he's the right person to solve their problem. He says he's a Shark Tank investor. He says that he's made $7 billion for his clients. He says that he's made over $100 million online. And he also says that he currently makes $3 million per month. And also, the quality of his content is amazing. If you look at his especially his introductions, they feel like movie trailers. A lot of music, a lot of cuts, and different scenes. So after the viewer watches past the introduction, the video needs to deliver the value. So Sabri Suby's videos and main content is very easy to follow. So he usually makes steps or listicle videos that makes it very easy for the viewer to watch through. Now, besides that, his content is very actionable. So you can click out of the video and start applying what you learn. And also, he sometimes makes kind of blog videos where he goes to restaurants or any type of store and he goes on an adventure sharing what he learns. And finally, once you deliver your amazing value, the viewer needs to take action. So if you don't make the viewer take action, they're gonna consume all of your content, they're gonna leave the video, and they are gonna forget about you. So what Sabri does is, first, he makes the CTA at the end of his videos to watch another video to increase watch time, which is going to tell YouTube that your videos are being watched, and therefore it's going to push it to more people. And also on his video descriptions, he has his different offers. So first is his software company Kong, and also he directs viewers to his main page where you can get access to 3 of his other offers. And those 3 other offers are, first, his agency, his courses, and also his book. And by the way, if you want to learn how to create YouTube videos that help you book ready-to-buy appointments, dominate your market, and increase your prices, check the description below. So I won't go very deep into Kong's landing page because it's a software company, but if you go to his YouTube channel, you can look at it. What I want to spend more time on is on his main offers, which are his agency and his courses. So let's look at his main website, which is the one he promotes here. So first, at the top of the page is like steroids for business. So this is a very, very catchy headline that uses a very powerful metaphor. So when you read like steroids for business, when you visualize the steroids in your head, it's something that makes muscles grow very, very fast. So you know what it's going to do for your business. Then the subheadline, growing a business is hard. We make it a whole lot easier, more predictable, less stressful, and more fun. So below that is the first CTA. So this is a very low commitment CTA because first you just have to enter your email and they say they'll send you some magic. But after you write your email, they also ask you to write your name. Also, they back it up with some proof, some reviews, 4.9 stars out of 6,159 reviews. So what this leads to is this page that we're not gonna go over in depth right now because it appears later on the funnel too. The only thing that I want you to be aware of is that they say, success, your free report will arrive in 10 minutes. While you wait, watch this. The thing is, this report actually arrives to your inbox immediately. But what he wants you to do is to stay because your attention is very important and he wants you to watch the video. So what this is just a PDF. He says, here's the link to your copy of the report, 5 ways to double sales in 90 days to your success, the King Kong team. Below this CTA it's a VSL. How this VSL is structured is as follows. So first he says that most businesses try to figure it out themselves. They try to grow by trial and error. And he says that this is not the best way to grow because you spend a lot of time and resources to figure something out that you can just pay someone to give it to you immediately. He says that King Kong has already done it. They've done $100 million and they've generated $7 billion for their clients. They have a lot of track record. They've experimented every type of stuff and they already know what works right now and you don't need to spend a lot of time trying to figure it out yourself. So this is a very simple structure, problem, solution. After that, some popular logos, companies they've worked with, and most of the landing page is a lot of copy. So Sabri Suby is a copywriter genius and you're going to see why. So first, what he's trying to say here is that I understand you. So he says, we get it, growing a business is hard, really fucking hard. You're probably worried about where your next customer will come from, etc., etc. After that, he builds pain. He says, look, most entrepreneurs have a bad case of shiny object syndrome, mixed with a scoop of ad and a sprinkle of I can do everything. And they end up doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Soon they are screaming at their MacBook with all the things they have to do. So as you can see, it's kind of a fun language that makes you want to read. It's not very technical and therefore not boring. After he builds the pain, he plays on their desires. So he says, or maybe you're flying and you simply want more security, more money, more freedom, more memories, more time with your family. So he's not only playing on the business side of desires, but also on the personal side. Then he says, whatever it is for you, it all starts by choosing your own adventure below. And after that, he has 2 offers. First, his agency is a done-for-you service and also the courses for people who want to do it themselves. Also social proof below this, and this is the second CTA on the landing page. It's making you decide if you want it done for you or do it yourself. And again, some logos. After that, grow 10x faster, better, smarter. Again, he's trying to reinforce the point that you don't need to figure it out all by yourself. He says, skip the guesswork, trial and error, and never-ending shit show of trying to figure everything out yourself for the very first time, and instead grow your business with proven client-getting funnels, frameworks, and scientific customer acquisition. Then he shows their track record and some of their metrics, including how much revenue they've generated for their clients, which is a crazy number. Also, again, some logos of companies they've worked with. After that, he says, the most ruthlessly effective platform for rapidly scaling businesses on planet Earth. Then, on the subheadline, he says there are a lot of so-called agencies and gurus roaming around the wild, wild west that is the web today. So here he's trying to differentiate from the competitors and telling you that they are not one of them and they are different. Then he's showing you some images of how it looks inside so you can visualize it and know how it looks before buying it. And also, this is the third CTA. The words he uses really want to make you click. So he has this really contagious energy in his copywriting that makes you want to work with him. Below that, it's also some reviews. More logos, and then the power is in the platform. So here again, same problem he's trying to build throughout the landing page, which is stop trying to figure it out all by yourself. And then this is the same video that he puts at the top of the page. Fourth CTA with social proof. After that, how to get as many clients, customers, and sales as you can possibly handle. So here is what you can expect from the book and some proof. After that, some testimonials, which is really important for social proof, some frequently asked questions, and the final CTA. So if you look at this page, he's promoted 3 offers. So first is the book, also the agency, and the courses. So let's look at each one of those. So let's start with the agency. So the headline says, announcing a digital agency that guarantees results or they don't get paid. Seriously. So the first thing to note here is that the date here changes according to the day you are watching it. Then the headline has 2 very important components. First is the desire, which are results, and then a risk reversal, which is guarantees. And also, they don't get paid. And then he adds some scarcity by saying, read on to find out more about this truly limited offer. So the word limited is what creates scarcity. Then on this VSL, it's a very simple VSL that goes over, first, that they're not the same as most agencies that focus on vanity metrics that don't result in revenue. And then he says that they are different because they focus on real ROI for their clients. So what they care the most about is about revenue and not vanity metrics. Then he explains the process of their agency. From the time they hop on the sales call all the way to when they are getting results. He also talks about their track record. Again, he says they've made around $100 million and that they've generated $7.8 billion for their clients. And after that, it's just full of testimonials, which is very, very powerful social proof. Below that are some logos, and then is a very powerful copywriting. So first he says, if you would like to get as many clients, customers, and sales as your business could possibly handle, then this will be the most exciting message you'll ever read. Here's why. Let's face it, you would have to be a zombie from The Walking Dead for the above offer not to have your pulse racing, grid glands pumping. And no doubt your inner septic screaming, what on earth is this all about? I mean, what business owner in the right mind wouldn't question a company making such a bold claim? So he's trying to handle the objection that this claim is bullshit, maybe because of the guarantee. So he's saying that the claim is not a lie and that they have social proof to back it up and that they are not afraid to guarantee results because they have already done it for a lot of companies. And then he also says that he has something new to sell. So he's positioning his unique mechanism as something new that they have never seen before. He says, for starters, we've developed a unique selling system which isn't like anything you've ever seen or heard about before. And then he says, this is just one of the things that makes this all possible. And we've used it in over 1,067 different industries and niches to generate $7.8 billion in sales. So again, some track record. After that, more social proof. This is full of case studies. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 case studies. And then he says, and so on. Listen, we could easily fill up this entire page with hundreds of success stories like this, because we've used this selling system in almost every industry you can think of. So he's trying to convince people that this system works for anyone because they've got hundreds of results from different industries and business levels. Then the first CTA with scarcity. that says, "Be quick, free spots are almost gone for April." And again, some social proof. After that, generating a torrential downpour of customers that flood your business. And here's some visual representation of what it can look like. So they're making you visualize it with this dashboard that says 212 new customers. Below that, he makes an irresistible risk-free offer that says, firstly, if you have an ad campaign on Google Ads or Facebook, we'll completely rewrite your ads. Secondly, you won't pay us a single cent of management fees in testing our ads against the ones you're already running. What this means is, if we fail, very unlikely, to beat your current campaigns, you won't owe us a single red cent. Think about it. If we don't deliver the goods, you pay no setup fees, no management fees, no copywriting fees. So this is a very risk-free offer for prospects. It's a performance guarantee, which means if they don't get really good results, they are not going to pay for the service. And even better, they don't have to pay for any fees upfront, which is going to skyrocket the number of booked calls. And the thing is, no, you don't have to give a guarantee to every prospect. You can qualify them, and if you don't feel comfortable giving a guarantee to someone, you just tell them on the call, and you don't have any legal responsibility to offer them the guarantee offer that you're putting on your landing page. Because at the end of the day, every business is different, and you can guarantee results to a business that has a lot of bottlenecks. And as you might already know, it is more difficult to get a person to book a call with you than make them pay you once they are already on the call. So this is a very risk-free offer that is going to get a lot of booked calls. And once they're on the call, you qualify them. If you don't feel comfortable working on a performance basis, you don't have to give them the guarantee. And you can give them something else. Of course, this is not going to be as good as the guarantee offer that you put on your landing page. But because the prospect is already on the call, they're more likely to pay you. Then he makes the offer even more irresistible. If we do beat your current ad campaigns, you'll still not be out of any money, because every dollar you pay us will come from the extra sales you wouldn't have made unless we created our new campaign for you. So this is a very, very good offer with a great desired outcome, with great case studies and an amazing guarantee to increase the perceived likelihood of achievement. After that, he makes the second CTA with scarcity and social proof. After that, ripped off by filthy marketing scumbags. So here he's trying to differentiate his agency from all other agencies. So here he's saying, we are not them. So we are not all of those agencies that promised you results and didn't deliver. We are totally different, and we have the same enemy. So he's trying to make you feel like you're a part of them, and all of other agencies are the enemies. And he's trying to really build the pain of working with other agencies. He says, anywho, whether it was a digital marketing agency, an internal employee, business consultant, or some almond-led drinking marketing expert that has promised you results in the past, but when it was all said and done, simply left you with more excuses than they did results. Below, he says, walking across a leaf minefield stark naked and blindfolded, and a funny picture. After that, he says, so how are we different from these armchair experts and theory peddlers who talk a good game but rarely deliver? So he's trying to position himself as above all of the competition. Then, third CTA, scarcity and social proof. And here are some case studies. So he says, proof, and here's real results from his clients. Here's one case study, 2, 3. Well, these are not case studies, these are just screenshots. A case study would be a more elaborated story of where the client was before working with you, the process, and the results. But these are just some screenshots. Then fourth CTA, again, some logos of big companies he's worked with. And then he says, how the hell can we guarantee results? He says it's very simple. We are willing and able to guarantee results because of our unique approach and selling system. So he's trying to make the point that they know how to sell because they've been on the market for a long time, and that they focus on selling and not just pressing buttons. So he's trying to differentiate you again from all other agencies. CTA again, the fifth one. Then he says, magic pixie, dust sprinkle on crossed fingers with a dash of hope and pray for the best. Then he shares the secret strategies he uses. He says, we know how to make a simple tweak to almost any landing page that will increase conversions by up to 400%. We've discovered how to write Google and Facebook ads that use psychology triggers. So he's trying to frame his process as unique and differentiated from everyone else. After that, he says, increase the pulling power of almost any ad by up to 900%. So here, more secret strategies that are trying to position his agency as an agency that knows more than any other agency, that has a lot of knowledge, a lot of insights, and strategies that you cannot get on any other agency. Then, sixth CTA and a testimonial. After that, he says, warning, we reserve the right to revoke this offer at any time. We can beat any agency, marketer, or traffic expert on planet Earth, or you won't pay us a single cent. So again, with this, he's trying to build some urgency that they can lose the offer if they don't book a call now. And he's making the final offer, making the promise, and the guarantee, which is the risk reversal. Now, before they book a call, he wants to qualify the people who book the call. So he makes some qualification criteria. Again, he tries to convince people that if they try to do it, if they try to figure it out themselves, they are going to lose a lot of time, and that the best option is to work with them. Again, some scarcity. We'll build you a campaign to beat your best ads for you, and if we don't beat them, we don't get paid. But act now before there's a waiting list and a strict dress code, because we're only taking on 8 new clients per month with this offer. CTA. Again, you can try to figure it out yourself or work with us and be ready to scale. And here are some testimonials. And finally, a CTA. So that's how the agency landing page ends. And let's look at the courses landing page. So this is a opt-in that says Shark Tank investor drops AA client tsunami bombshell. He says copy and paste this wild new $7.8 billion A funnel that's generating 90 to 180 ready to buy appointments per month on autopilot. So here's some social proof and credibility, which is Shark Tank investor. A clear desire, which is 90 to 180 ready to buy appointments per month on autopilot. All while paying as little as $35 per appointment and $175 per new client signed. So to watch the training, you have to opt in here, and some social proof by including logos from companies he's worked with. Once you click, you get this pop-up that says get your free training plus exclusive bonuses now. Just enter your details below to get access to this exclusive free training and bonuses. And he adds some urgency too by showing you people near you who've opted in to the training. Once you opt in, you get to this page that says do not close this window or your free training will end. If you're watching this on April 24th, so this updates depending on the day you're watching it. And after that, he says you could have 5 to 50 dream clients by June 5th. So this is a very big promise. It's a clear result, 5 to 50 dream clients, and a clear timeline, which is by June 5th, which is around 1 month and a half. And this is a VSL. Once you play it, you cannot go back, you can just pause it. So you have to watch it straight. And after 30 seconds of watching the video, automatically you can see proof. So he says proof alert and a lot of proof. This is a really long page with a lot of proof that you can scroll for 1 minute and you can still see screenshots and more screenshots and more screenshots. So that's the course landing page. And besides the agency and the course, he also has the book. He also promotes the book, but this is a very, very long landing page, so I'm not gonna go over it. But the only thing is that once you click on buy the book here, once you put your information here and claim the special offer, you get to this page where you need to put your information, phone, choose your price option, shipping information, and they want to upsell you. They want you to upgrade, so you get the audiobook and the ebook, which is for an additional $37. And once you buy the book, you get directed to a page where they try to upsell you even more to a more pricey but still low ticket offer. By the way, when you get on this book landing page and you click out, you get this pop-up that says, wait, Fabricio, before you go, send me your address and I'll rush you a free copy of my brand new physical book to your doorstep. Rush me a free copy. And also on the checkout page, if you try to click out of the page, you get this pop-up that says, warning Fabricio, due to strictly limited nature of this offer, you must confirm that you are permanently passing on your chance to get sell like crazy for free. Claim this limited offer now. And yeah, after that, they try to upsell you to a more pricey offer. So the agency and course landing pages, so this, and also the main page lead you to a qualification form that says free 30-minute scaling growth map session. So whether you click here on this button from the agency or this one from the course landing page, or also any of these, you're gonna get directed to this page, which is a qualification form. So it says claim your 100% free, no obligation 30-minute scaling growth map call, which is $1,000 in value. This is strictly for people who are hungry for growth. If that's you, then let's scale your business to the moon. Before we go into the questions, This is what happens when you click out of this page. You get this pop-up that says, hold up there, Tiger. All right, let's try it again, shall we? Look, it takes less than 2 minutes to fill out this form. And then you'll get your whole little hands on a free marketing blueprint, which is $1,000 in value. And says, give me the $1,000 strategy for free. So the first question is, okay, we'll make this quick and painless, pinky promise. But before we start, we don't want to be rude. So what's your name? Then, awesome, what's your email? What do you sell, product or service? Then, okay, great. What types of marketing are you currently using? What country is your business based in? How much is your monthly marketing budget? Fabricio, what's your website URL? Briefly describe your business. What do you sell, to who, and what price point? Then, what is your current monthly revenue? What is your target monthly revenue? Fabricio, be honest, what's the number one biggest obstacle holding you back from hitting your revenue goal? So this question is very important because if you describe what's holding you back from achieving your goals, they're going to use this answer on the call. So instead of spending a lot of time on the discovery process, trying to figure out where are the obstacles and what is the problem that you are facing, if you put it here on the call, they're going to start the call right away with the problem. So let's say the problem you're facing is getting your sales page visitors to convert into appointments. So as soon as the call starts, the sales rep is going to say something like, I saw you were struggling to convert sales page visitors into appointments. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? And so they don't have to spend a lot of time on that discovery process trying to figure out pains and problems. After that, when are you looking to get started? Then they make you select if you either want the done for you services or you want the courses. And this is going to be very important because they're going to direct you to one call or another depending on what you select. After that, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being I'm fine where I am and 10 being I'll do anything to reach my revenue goals, what number are you? So this number, they're also going to use it on the call because let's say you object to the price or anything like that, they're going to say, I thought that on a scale from 1 to 10, you were a 10 and you were willing to do anything to reach your revenue goals. And so that's one way that they can handle an objection. Then, where did you first hear about us? So here you can select Facebook, YouTube, Google Ads, whatever. Then, do you pinky promise that if you qualify for a phone call, you will show up at the selected time? And finally, if you qualify, they say, boom, it looks like we can dramatically help you grow your business using some of our proven funnels and marketing strategies. Simply enter your details below. And finally, you can book your strategy session. So once you complete this form, you can either be qualified or disqualified. So if you're disqualified, they send you to another page where it says, sorry, unfortunately, based on your current position, it doesn't look like we should be a good fit to help you take your business to the next level. So they want you to buy the course instead. And maybe once you're ready and you're at the right point, you can book a call with them. If you're qualified, you can go to 2 pages. So if you selected here that you wanted the done for you services to work with the agency, you get to this page where you can directly book. So they have 3 days of availability, which means you can only book 72 hours ahead. This happens because after the 72 hours, the show up rate decreases a ton. And also there are 5-minute increments. So 12:30, 12:35, 12:40. So the more time you give your prospects to book, the more likely they are going to book on a time that fits them and the more likely they are to show up. After that, because you already answered most of the questions, they just ask for your name, email, and phone number. However, if you selected that you wanted the courses here, you get to this page that says, congratulations name, based on your answers, it looks like you qualify for our flagship 6-week online training program plus plug and play funnels to flood your business with 50 plus high value dream clients in 24 days. Schedule your free 30-minute scaling growth map session below. On this call, we'll show you how to rapidly scale your service business using proven funnels, frameworks, and scientific customer acquisition. So again, 72 hours and again, 5-minute increments, and they just ask for your name, email, and phone number. Now, what happens when you get to this agency page, you're ready to book a call, but you don't? Maybe you had other things to do, or you forgot, or you changed tabs and you forgot about it. Well, if you didn't book, you get a series of emails, exactly 6 emails trying to redirect you to the Calendly where you can book a call. However, if you booked, you get to this thank you page that says, Congratulations, we are looking forward to speaking with you. Important, please watch this short video before your call. It's incredibly important that you watch this entire video before your call. So this is a video going over what you can expect from the call and what you can expect when working with them. Now, what happens when you were about to book the call for the courses, but you didn't? So if you didn't book, you get the same email flows, the same emails you got for the agency. And if you booked, you get to this new thank you page that says, congratulations, we are looking forward to speaking with you. Important, please watch this short video before your call. And this is a program overview from the courses showing you what's inside the program and the different modules. And below that is a lot of proof that takes you like 1 minute to scroll. Now, what happens when you book the call? Well, you get a series of emails and text messages to remind you of the call. So this is how it goes. So immediately after you book the call, you get the calendar automatic invitation that you have to accept for the event to schedule on your calendar. Then 30 minutes after you book, you get this email that says, before our call, hey name, sales rep name here with King Kong. It looks like you scheduled a strategy session with us. If you're new to King Kong, here's a closer look at our selling systems. Anticipating a great discussion. So this is the thank you page from the courses. So the same one that they send you to here. And they send you to the same page either if you booked for the agency or if you booked for the courses. Also, besides the email, you get a phone call asking you to watch a video that they sent to your email. So this video, which is on the thank you page, they tell you to watch that video. And also, if you don't answer the call, they send you a voicemail telling you that they tried to call you, you didn't answer, and they want you to watch the video. So that's the pre-call sequence. Very simple. After that, it's straight the strategy call. And the reason they do this, the reason they just sent one message and one call is because the strategy call is through a phone call. So it's very easy for people to answer and you don't have to send a lot of reminders, because chances are if you call them, they're going to answer, compared to a Zoom call where they have to remember that they have a call and they have to show up to the meeting. So they give you one phone call, and after 5 minutes without answering, you get 3 more phone calls. Then if you don't answer, 10 minutes after you don't answer the third call, they send you a voicemail to reschedule. And also they send you an email that says, your strategy session, hey name, tried to reach you just now but didn't have any luck getting through for our strategy session. Totally understand, life gets busy. Just wanted to check in and see if you'd still like to explore how we are helping businesses generate 5 to 50 dream clients a month predictably. No pressure at all. If you're still curious, I'd be happy to hold a spot for you or send over a resource that might be helpful in the meantime. Let me know either way to your success. And finally, 5 days after you didn't show up, they send you another email that says, want to circle back on this? Just wanted to quickly circle back. You'd booked in for a strategy session with us a little while ago, but we didn't get a chance to connect. If you're still looking to bring in more qualified leads, etc., I'd love to reconnect and walk you through a tailored strategy that throws exactly how we help businesses attract 5 to 50 dream clients every month. You can rebook your strategy session here. Then, this is the same $1,000 strategy session we give to our private clients. Let me know if you have any questions. Happy to help to your success. And you also get a phone call plus a voicemail trying to reschedule the strategy call. So that's the complete Sabri Suby's $3 million a month YouTube funnel. I encourage you to steal something from this and implement it in your business. And if you want to take inspiration from other top business owners, here's Daniel Fazio's $1 million a month YouTube funnel.